The next series of instructions is how to connect the rigid endoscope to the operating sheath and single horn bridge. This is done by first removing the protective sheath on the rigid endoscope. By making a 1/4 turn and pulling off the stainless steel protective tube, you now expose the endoscope shaft and distal lens. Also attached to the scope is a protective cap. This keeps the fiber optic bundles clean and prevents any type of moisture from getting inside. Also on the eyepiece section of the scope, or the proximal end, there is a eyepiece cover. This protects the eyepiece window. All of these should be in place when the scope is not in use. The rigid endoscope comes with several different cable adapters. The first cable adapter is designed for Karl Storz and Olympus threads. If you remove this, there's a second adapter underneath. This is for Richard Wolf and Dionix. If I remove that adapter, I then have an ACMI light post. These adapters allow you to connect to different type of fiber optic cables and light sources. In order to connect the rigid endoscope to the sheath, first thing to do is to remove the blunt obturator. This is done by rotating this lever counterclockwise, 1/4 turn, and pulling straight out. Located on the sheath is a red dot. The red dot will line up to the red dot which is on the single horn bridge. You put the two together and you rotate the lock 1/4 turn clockwise. This now secures the bridge to the sheath. You take your rigid endoscope with the light post facing up. You slide it into the sheath and bridge. Turn the rotating lock 1/4 turn. It should be lined up with the light post, and now the mechanism is all locked together. It has two dual stopcocks, both with luer lock connections on them. On the underside is a stopcock that is used for your instrument. This has a silicone seal which is covering the stopcock. You can easily pull this off and release the silicone seal. Stopcock is operated simply by rotating it back and forth to allow fluid in or out of the working channel of the scope.